Good morning, everyone. So welcome to the daily reading. I did take a couple of days off from doing the daily reading because I needed to refresh my energy and just have a couple of days where I wasn't channeling energy. So today we are about 2 days outside of the full lunar eclipse in Capricorn. Not full lunar, I'm sorry, the full moon, partial lunar eclipse in Capricorn. And so we're just a couple of days from this eclipse portal that we've all been talking about is closing, right? This is a really big time of change, transformation, because this full moon in Capricorn will also be conjunct Pluto and Saturn, which are still in retrograde, and the South Node. Today, the Sun is opposing Pluto. This kind of energy will probably last for the next week, especially with this lunar eclipse that's happening in Capricorn, conjuncting the Sun opposing Pluto. We'll also have a moment where the Sun opposes the Moon. We'll also have a moment where the Moon is conjunct Pluto and Saturn. And so what does it mean for the Sun to be opposing Pluto? Pluto is the planet of death and transformation. It rules Scorpio. And it has been in Capricorn for a while. And it's been right along, ever since Saturn got into Capricorn also. They've been helping us. This is a helping energy. A lot of people don't look at it that way because it's a darker time. It feels heavier. It feels like, oh my gosh, I have to change. Pluto's about the phoenix rising from the ashes. You cannot stay the same. It is all about evolution. That's what Pluto represents. It's all about evolution. It's all about, but a lot of times that evolution means that there's an ego death there. And the Sun is, about the ego. The Sun is shining right now. It opposing Pluto that is in retrograde. It's showing you all the ways that you need to change and move forward and do things differently. And if you're resisting that, the resistance of change is what makes things more difficult. I was actually talking with Ryan yesterday about how my life is just like a constant move. It's just constantly moving. It is always evolving. It is always changing. I don't know if I'm lucky to have a week that's pretty normal, that doesn't have a lot of change in it, that there's not like some kind of lesson or transformation that I have to learn. Just like one full week, I'm lucky. Like that's a lucky week. That's a very calm week for me, right? But I'm okay with it. Like I don't know that I ever really fought change, but now that I'm consciously aware of it, like in the last 3 years or so, I've been very consciously aware of how my life needed to change, how I needed to be bigger than I was in the past. There are a lot of placements in my natal chart that show that I'm not supposed to play it small, that I was supposed to put myself out there at some point, because I was always in the shadows. I was always everybody else's cheerleader, and I still am. Like I still am everybody else's cheerleader. I just do it on a much bigger platform. I am of service. I am a person of service. I am a healer. I am it was never meant for me to just be mediocre in my life. And, which is also funny because I said yesterday, I would be okay with being mediocre. I would be okay with me being mediocre because it sounds very calm to me to be mediocre. I know that I'm not supposed to be. There's nothing I can do about that, right? There's so much growth and opportunity for everyone, but you have to allow it. And the reason why I'm telling you all of that about my natal chart, about knowing that I have to play it bigger, that I have to be constantly in motion, you know, energy in motion all the time. The reason why I say that to you guys about me and my life is because I want you to be fully aware of how these changes are making you feel. If you're really super miserable through all of that, you're resisting what's being taken away from you. And sometimes the things that are being stripped from you are the ego, right? Sometimes it's not even like material stuff. And if it is material stuff, you were really attached to that kind of material life, or that kind of lifestyle where, you know, your focus was on, I need all the things and then I'll be happy, right? And the universe during this energy is trying to say, that's not what's going to make you happy. What's going to make you happy is if you live to your fullest potential. What's going to make you happy is if you really love yourself. And if there are things in your life where you don't love yourself, this is a very tower moment kind of day. And this energy can play out in a lot of different ways. It could play out by having an accident. It could play out by you having a really big fight with that one person in your life that you are not supposed to have in your life anymore, and you guys say things to each other that cannot be changed. Like, you cannot take back some of the things that you said to each other, or something like that. There will be kind of an ego play that happens. There's also, Pluto also rules sex and desires, and with the sun opposing Pluto, you could be seeing all of the wounds, especially for women. And I know that men have them as well. I'm not pushing that away, but you could see all of the sexual wounds in a very clear light, and why things had to happen, why traumatic things had to happen in order for you to get to where you are today. You know, that was actually another comment. Like, Ryan and I were out yesterday in the city, and much needed day out in the city. And we had some really long, very heavy conversations about just things in life. And I see where the changes need to go in my life. And that's what I'm trying to help you too. Like, if there is something that you are holding back on, whether it's internally or in your external, the sun opposing Pluto is going to show this loud and clear. It's going to show it. I don't feel like the energy today is really heavy. It's almost neutral for me. And I don't know if that's because I'm preparing myself for the lunar eclipse that's coming, and I'm just kind of having like another, you know, just doing it the way, at the pace that I need to be doing it, and not pushing myself, which is a very tough lesson that I've had to learn through all of this. And I know a lot of people, a lot of you guys are having to learn when to not push yourself. So in the next couple of days, and I'll do another daily reading tomorrow, and then we're going to do a full moon lunar eclipse ritual on the 16th of July, which is Tuesday morning. Might even do that one live. It'll probably be like 10 a.m. Central. I know a lot of people like freak out because I do it like in the morning, but it will be recorded, so it will be up on the channel too if you cannot join us live. I want everybody to kind of take that opportunity now to write down the intentions, or begin thinking about those intentions, those things in a couple of days when we do that ritual, those things that you want to release in your life. And because this energy is going to shine the light on the stuff that needs to change for you, so take advantage of it. And so yes, this will follow through the remainder of the week. All right, let's look at the cards. I feel like I need to shuffle them a couple of times this way. So we're going to do that. And if you are having tower moments right now in your life, really allow yourself to see what it is that the universe is trying to tell you. Like, what's the message for that? You know, what's the message for that? I do want to say, Cancer birthday specials are still available. Leo birthday specials will be available starting tomorrow, July 15th. Leo birthday specials will be on my website. I will have a link in the description box below directly to those readings starting tomorrow. And anytime you order something on my website in July, you will be put in a raffle to win this necklace with it'll be, it's a sterling silver, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like a spiral, sterling silver spiral necklace. And it has a black tourmaline crystal in it, stone in it. And black tourmaline is really good for pulling away the negative energy. It is still Mercury retrograde, so I appreciate everybody being really patient with me. As I do readings and stuff, my intuition is super, super high right now. But even though my intuition is really high, that does not mean that my brain is able to catch up with it. Not with this Mercury retrograde. It hasn't been a tough retrograde for me. I'd like to find out how you guys are doing through this. And I think the reason why this hasn't been a tough Mercury retrograde for me is because I was really super aware of the lessons that I'm learning right now. And I'm letting it happen, which is very key to doing it. Okay. So, all right. That one wants to come out too. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Page of Cups. All right. There's definitely more that's wanted here. I feel like the universe, so the Queen of Swords is somebody who doesn't take any shit, right? She is very direct. She's very determined. She's very tunnel vision sometimes. She's very discerning. Represents air signs. You do not have to be an air sign to be in the energy of the Queen of Swords, because you all could also have air. Like, I come out as the Queen of Swords a lot. Because I'm a Libra rising, but I'm also ruled by Mercury, which is communication. Swords equals communication, right? So you don't have to be an air sign to resonate with this reading. I feel like the discernment, because you want more, the Page of Cups for me is I want more out of life. I'm not fully satisfied with what's going on in my existence. I want more. So I feel like the Page of Cups is giving you that more. However, you have to be discerning. It's like, do you want that more because it's your ego, or do you want that more because you know it would fulfill you, right? The universe is, I love aces. I love it when aces come out in readings, because I can say to people, aces are the universal way of saying, here, I'm offering you a gift. Are you going to take it? Because you have free will. You don't have to take it, right? This is a gift. The Ace of Pentacles is a gift of stability and opportunity. It's, you know, do you really feel like you need to continue down this road to make the money this way? Or can you see that there's a gift and opportunity over here, and you don't necessarily need to push yourself because you're already receiving it? You don't realize it. She has to turn around to see this, right? Right now she's focusing on what she doesn't have, which would be on the Page of Cups. See how this is? Let me line the cards up for you. See how she is facing the Page of Cups, but she has her back to the Ace of Pentacles. When the universe has a gift for you and you're not seeing it, you're going to only focus on what you don't have. The universe is trying to say, but And I actually almost use the word darling because I say that to my kids all the time. Actually, it's just a term of endearment for anybody when, like, my youngest is like, Mommy, and I'll say, yes, darling. But the universe is trying to say, but darling, it's there. All you have to do is turn around. Can you see what I'm trying to offer you instead of you seeing the negative aspect? See, and again, more gifts. We have the Ace of Wands and we have the Two of Swords. And again, we're seeing swords right after a gift card, right? The problem is in the decisions that you're trying to make with that Two of Swords, you're not seeing the reason why you're not seeing the whole picture in order to make the educated decision, the educated guess, or whatever it is that you're trying to make. The reason why you're not seeing that is because, again, you're missing part of the information, right? You're not seeing it clearly. All you have to do is turn around and see that the universe is offering you. The Ace of Wands is a passion project. It's something that is, it's like a spark. It's like a catalyst. It's like a push forward. It's like, here is something you're going to be really, really excited about. Take it. But I feel like you have to have a change of perspective first. And then we have the Lover. So this could be, again, making a decision. This could be about aligning with your true essence, your true self, because we all have the divine masculine and the divine feminine within us. And in order to feel like you can journey forward in your life, aligning yourself to the divine masculine energy or aligning yourself to the divine feminine energy, whichever one is out of alignment, is going to help you make better decisions and see things a little bit clearer. That's what I do when I work on the one-on-one alignment sessions. I help people become unblocked from the amazing things they could be doing in their life. But the more you don't see that, the more you're focusing on what you don't have, you're not going to be in alignment with your true self. This could also be a relationship. It could be that you need to make a decision about a relationship, possibly a catalyst. Some of you could really be going through an awakening right now and having like a spiritual awakening because of a particular relationship and catalyst, and wondering if this is truly what you're supposed to be doing, where you're supposed to be going, and if this is the person you're supposed to be with. Let's clarify and see what we're getting here. So let's see what this Ace of Pentacles is. Aha! Thank you very much. Pluto in Capricorn. And here's the thing. Because we have all of this Capricorn energy that's happening right now, it is about karma. It is about justice. It is about what are you doing, not what everybody else is doing. Stop worrying about what everybody else is doing. It doesn't matter what the Joneses are doing with their life. This is all about what are you allowing in your life. And the lesson of realizing that the more you stay in one spot, the harder it's going to be for you to be happy. And I feel like that is a really big lesson for a lot of people right now. Do you not see the gift of progress? Do you not see the gift of evolution? Do you not see the gift of being able to move forward? If you are stuck on a particular situation with a particular person, or even just a particular situation, does not have to be romantic in any way, shape, or form. If you're stuck on wanting to be with a particular person, wanting to be in a different job or a particular job, wanting to live in a particular house, wanting to drive a particular vehicle. If you're stuck on that, and then you go through your spiritual awakening process and you try to hold on to all of your old things that you've had that are starting to vibrate on a different level because you know that there's more out there, but you're resisting the change, you will be miserable. You know all the stories that you hear about the people that lose everything when they go through a spiritual awakening, and everybody's like, oh my God, that's so terrible. That'd be the worst thing. I don't want to go through a spiritual awakening because I don't want to lose everything. Do you know why everybody had to lose everything? Including me. It happened to me too. The reason why people have to lose everything during a spiritual awakening is because none of that was serving them. And they are meant for more. And the universe says, but none of this was making you happy. None of this was serving your purpose, this grand purpose that I have for you. And I want to show you what will serve your purpose, but we had to make room. It sounds really uncomfortable. It sounds really miserable. It does not sound fun. But on the other side of it, when you surrender, because that's what this energy is all about, is surrendering to the process. When you surrender to the process and you let it all happen, life becomes it becomes so much, it's just kind of like that aha. Oh, I get it now. I see what's happening. Okay, so not only do we have a divine feminine energy, we also have a divine masculine energy. The King of Pentacles came out on the Queen of Swords. This could be your counterpart. This could be a counterpart. Doesn't matter gender-wise. This is a general reading. It's for thousands of people. If you want to have a little bit more of a personal reading, I am taking personal readings. I am open for them, by the way. Oh, and I did just restock the 10-minute one-question readings. I know I got a couple of emails and people are like, these are out of stock. Are they going to come back in stock? They are back in stock. So, the King of Pentacles on the Queen of Swords. I feel like this is somebody who's very well manifested. The King of Pentacles is somebody who's extremely well manifested. This is somebody who is going to be there for you in the good and the bad. This is going to be the person that's going to be there for you during the evolution, during the change, before the change, after the change, all of it. This is the King of Pentacles is somebody that does not back down from a challenge, but at the same time can stay very grounded in the process. And if it's not a romantic prospect, he's a very good friend to have in your corner during this time. This is somebody who will take your hand and say, I will be there with you. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I will be there with you. Then we have, and I feel like that's very much needed right now. I feel like if you're feeling alone, this is kind of the card saying you're not alone in this process. There are other people that have been through the change and transformation, through the evolution. You're not alone. Then we have Justice on the Page of Cups. And if you look at this Justice card, there's that Wheel of Fortune that's just above her head there. You see that? This is that karmic retribution. It's like that payday that you've been waiting for. And I feel like the Justice card on the Page of Cups, because the Page of Cups is all about wanting more. And wanting more out of the process, wanting more out of everything, right? And I truly feel I feel like through all of these changes, this is the universe, like literally when I say this is the universe like winking at you. Like, don't worry, everything is being taken care of. Now, we could be dealing with Libra energy and Capricorn energy because it's very clear on the top row here that that's coming out. The Libra wants more out of life. The Capricorn is providing it. That sounds very specific to maybe one or two people. But I feel like this is a wink from the universe saying it is coming. Karmic retribution is coming. You've been doing the work. You've been letting the energy flow. You've been allowing yourself, you've been putting yourself out there and allowing everything to fall into place the way that it's supposed to, right? So then we have the Ace of Wands. And there's the Hermit. Oh, this is something passionate that's coming out from within you. Do you know that all of your hopes and dreams lie within your heart space? It doesn't actually come from the environment. It comes from within. And the Hermit on the Ace of Wands, the Hermit is the wise teacher. The Hermit is the one that climbs the proverbial mountain. It's not actually a real mountain unless you're in a mountainous range and you can climb a mountain. But the Hermit climbs the mountain, gets the information from source and brings it back down and teaches all the people. I feel like, but see, the thing is he gets all this information from source quietly on his own with just a small light in front of him. He doesn't need a big spectacle. He doesn't need it to be this huge, like, external world showing him the gift, right? Because sometimes these aces play out in gifts that are within us, or these are the gifts that are, you know, like it's that idea, that thought process, that aha moment in your life. This could be the catalyst, and you're kind of going into hermit mode because you've gotten the catalyst to your awakening. And now you're beginning to see and having to make the choices to align within yourself. All right, let's see what this Two of Swords is. Because I feel like with this Two of Swords, you could have a Virgo energy too that's helping you push forward, but you're not really seeing it very clearly. There's something about this Virgo energy, or like if you are an earth sign or you're trying to be grounded or you have a lot of earth in your chart, you have decisions to make on what directions to go in. And I feel like with the Two of Swords, you're not really seeing. So we have the Queen of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands on the Two of Swords. You're not seeing the big picture. You don't have all the information. There could be a Virgo that's giving you information. There could be an earth sign that's giving you information. There could be just a good friend of yours that makes you feel really grounded, that's giving you the information or the shove forward or that push forward to feel really good. To feel really good about what you need to see, the decisions that you need to make. And then we have the Lovers. Let's see what this Lovers is. Okay. And the Ten of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck. So, if you're in a very strong, healthy relationship right now, I feel like that's sort of your comfort zone, which it's okay to be in a comfort zone. As long as you're not codependent, it's okay to be in a comfort zone when it comes to the relationship, right? As long as you're not codependent on the other person. However, with this Wheel of Fortune on the Lovers, I feel like there's going to be a really big shift when it comes to who's coming into your life. And you're almost being prepared. It feels like you're being prepared for it. It feels like these moments in time that we're going through, all of this transformation, all of these changes, all of this evolution is about, it's not about the other person. It's about you transforming into the person that you're supposed to, transforming into your best self, your true self, not even your best self, but your true self. And what your soul truly desires to do in this lifetime. It's not about the other person, but when you see your true self, that's when you are in vibrational alignment to call in that soulmate. This is what we talk about as healers and guides. There will be unions. Could be twin flame unions, could be soulmate unions. Some people have to have that soulmate relationship before they have the twin flame relationship. Some people will never have the twin flame relationship. But you can't subscribe to a certain belief about the way that this is going to go. Because with this Wheel of Fortune, sure, you can shift the energy by doing your transformational process. You can shift the energy to come into alignment with yourself, to come into alignment with your soulmate. You can shift your energy to do that. But the Wheel of Fortune also talks about divine timing. And divine timing does not mean that the Swatch watch is going to be on a particular day, time, month, year. It's when you are ready to receive, and not when you think you're ready, when you're actually ready. There's a difference. Because we think that we're ready all the time. But if you're not all healed up and you haven't allowed yourself to go through the transformation and you're not listening to source, I feel like a lot of this is allowing yourself to be really stable and making the decisions in your life to find out what that stability means. We have the 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. And the way that you get to that victory stance and being recognized by who you need to be recognized by is when you make the decision to, 2 of Wands, 2 of Swords, you make the decision to go through the transformational process. I feel like this is a very big wake-up call for a lot of people because they're seeing that, you can manifest and pray and hope and wish all you want, but until you're ready to actually receive what you're asking for, you're going to have lessons to learn. That's why we say, you have to have a high vibration. You have to manifest from a high vibrational standpoint. All right, my loves. So take care of yourself today. If there are any big rapid changes that happen in the next couple of days for you or in the coming week for you, that is Pluto opposite the sun. It's trying to teach you a lesson. Please be woke enough to see it. Okay. I am working on the July love readings. I'm going to try and put them all out at the same time so there isn't any confusion. A lot of people feel kind of gypped sometimes when some people get it and other people don't. So I'm actually going to put all 12 signs out at the same time. Give me a few days to do that. I'm navigating energy as well. It's not really heavy for me, but I've noticed that I have to take breaks and I have to take like days off from channeling and stuff. And I've had some really busy days lately in the last week with like emergency readings and stuff. So I appreciate, I'm not going to go in and like apologize for not having them done. I just appreciate the patience and getting them out. They'll be out this week. They will be out this week before I start on the August general readings. 2 different readings, okay? Every sign gets 2 readings every month. I love you all. Please take care of yourselves. Oh, all of my events. Chicago is August 3rd. LA is August 24th. Now we actually have a set time and date for that. I knew that it was going to be the weekend of August 23rd, but it's on August 24th. Starts at noon, so it's the middle of the day. And then we're going to do San Francisco and Portland. Still working out the final details for those two. Those will be in August as well. I hope that everybody can make it. I don't know if I'm going to be doing any traveling for the rest of the year. So please check out those dates and times. I love you all. Take really good care of yourselves. Have a wonderful Sunday. Bye.